Namaste. Sonia here, bringing you a little more soul sense to expand your consciousness and your life. How's everybody doing? Blessed and amazing, I hope, as always. This week's message is the final third part to explaining how to find self, the inner guide, the inner journey, that higher self, and how important it is to do that so you can step into your divinity, walk in your godliness, and really walk in the path that you were truly meant to walk in and be in service and express yourself in the most amazing way here on this planet. And today I'm going to talk about how to do that. I know in part 1 and part 2 I talked about a little bit on how my journey was through getting through this experience, and I continue to. We are always developing, a higher aspect of us. Every day we grow, at least most of us do, and that is the point of everything I teach. It's about personal development, about the mind, body, and spirit. This aspect that I'm focusing on today is about personal development of connection with yourself, and how important that is, because in that journey, finding yourself is trusting yourself, that inner voice, that inner guidance, that connection to the all that is more than just physical, guys. We're more than just amazingness in body, but in spirit. And the mind, body, and spirit, the personal development of the mind, body, and spirit, and your energy and all that is so important. And here's how I did it. I started listening. I started listening to myself, that inner guidance. See, you choose your thoughts, right? Just like I'm choosing to think what I'm thinking so I can speak it, and I'm verbally expressing what I am wanting to express within my thoughts and in my emotions to deliver a message to you guys. Now, a lot of my messages are channeled in. Spirit speaks through me while I feel spirit moving through me. And that's how a lot of my work is done. In my creativity, in my channeling, in my products, in my healing, with my clients, with all my sessions, all of that is channeled in energy. See, once you develop that relationship with listening to the inner guidance, which is your intuition, that gut, that voice, then you're on the fast track to really learning the most biggest part of yourself. See, we pick and choose our thoughts, but sometimes we hear a voice that just comes in and we assume it's just our thoughts. Well, that is spirit. That is our higher self. That is us. That is us. That energy that gives this vessel life, because this is just skin and bone, okay? That aspect of ourselves is always speaking to us, not just the ego. The ego, the voice in the head that we hear that is always like, well, you have to do this, and you didn't do that, and and this, and this, and this, and that. That voice that it's always questioning, and it's in scarcity, as it's always in fear, and all these lower vibrational energies. You also have spirit speaking to you. See, once you can do that, now you are really being guided. It's all about the inner journey, guys. It's all about finding that aspect of yourself, connecting to it, and developing that relationship. Because once you develop that relationship, sky is the limit. Because now you're like plugging into the internet. It's infinite information. The universe will guide you to the next thing that you have to do, because it'll always be guiding you to the highest potential interest and intention that you want for self ultimately. And that aspect of you is always guiding you to the best way to get to that space, in mind, in body, and in spirit. First, it's listening, using discernment to process this, okay? Because we can get guidance and shown things by other people, but that doesn't always serve us. See, a lot of people do that. We take advice from others without really processing what works for us, and now we're on a whole life path that's serving others only, and we're really not self-expressing our true creative nature. We all have it, but some of us suppress it because we, again, as I spoke in the other videos, are programmed to think differently and believe differently. and how we're supposed to do certain things, to have this certain outcome so we can do this certain thing in our life and we can make these certain people happy. Ultimately, if you're not doing this for self and you're not making yourself happy, there's no way you can emit that energy of happiness and bliss and oneness if you're scattered and you're all over the place and you have no idea how to start pursuing what it is that you want. Most of us on our young journey, we go through that, you know, and some of us into real adulthood, we still haven't matured on that level to really find who we are. A lot of us are, you know, stuck in jobs that, you know, we're not happy at. And, you know, we're scared to pursue what we really want because we might fail, or, you know, this person said that, or we don't believe in our own potential and we don't trust the inner guidance. See, the higher self, your godly self, is never going to let you down. See, it's the other aspects of our understanding of what life is, or how life communicates, or how the universe communicates. That's when we get off our path. First thing, like I said, is listen. Second is trust. Third is follow through with that. Follow through with that inner guidance. Go for that walk. Call that person. Do this. Do that. Trust that intuition. When you feel that thing where you're like, oh, I don't really think I'm supposed to be doing that, or I think I'm supposed to be doing this, I think I'm going to do this, that's what you need to do. Because trust me, there is a better outcome. And when you are trusting your intuition, that's when things flow easily. That's when everything falls in place for you. See, when you're going against that energy, that's when you have the issues. When you get blocks and things don't work out, and it's like constant butting head with that situation that you're trying so hard to manifest or create yourself because you want it done your way. See, your higher self has all good intention for you and has the best way. Our way is not always the best way. And if you tell the universe, hey, well, I have to do it this way, now you're limiting the universe to create these certain opportunities for you that you're asking for because you want it done in a certain way, and now you're limiting the stream of creation. That is trusting the process and letting go. And it's so important to do that. A lot of us get so caught up as, I have to do it this way and it's going to get done this way, and if it doesn't get done this way, it's not right and it's messed up, and we self-sabotage the whole manifestation. See, that is a part of mastering your divinity, is trusting that whole process and finding yourself. Just finding that inner guidance and connecting to it and trusting it and knowing that that aspect of you is always there to be in service to you, to help you, so you can be stepping into your best version to really make the difference on this planet and express your uniqueness and your beauty and your amazingness and your individuality and what you came here to be a part of and create on this planet. We all have purpose, amazing purposes, not just something small. We have all great purpose here on this planet. And when we are not understanding that and we don't step into that, that's when our lives are just feel meaningless and lost and pointless. And what's the point of getting a job and going to work and paying bills, and not finding true love and for self and for the world? See, when we're caught up in scarcity and panic and survival mode, we don't stop to smell the roses. Nature, life, our pets, animals, plant life, you know, all expressions of life. We walk by and we miss life. We miss out on life. There's so much beauty, so much. You know, art and music and conversation and all these beautiful things. If we're in a state of just panic mode every day and scarcity and how am I going to do this, you know, you're waiting to get your next dollar, it's so hard to see who you really are, because that part of you can't be heard. You have to develop that relationship with that self. It's like tuning into a radio station that you want to hear. You have to tune into that frequency. You have to rise to that frequency. You have to step into that by eating healthy, exercising, meditation, changing your mindset, reprogramming your mind and your body and your spirit. See, every cell in your body has memory. Your cellular structure has memory, and it's held in your mitochondria, which is within the whole vessel. You can reprogram brain, but it still holds cellular memory. You have to reprogram all that. And that is by connecting to the higher self, because the higher self will guide you to the best way to do that. As a life coach, I teach you how to do that. I specialize in healing. I make herbal remedies that are amazing for that. I love all the products that I make because they've helped me tremendously. Healing work, cutting cords, being conscious of the codes that are in your cellular structure. All of this holds memory. And it's important for you to be aware of this so you can start really digging deep and finding yourself. When you can step into that aspect of yourself, that's when you're really living. And it's not an easy journey. You have to open Pandora's box and start digging deep, guys. You can't keep throwing stuff in there and expect life to go really blissful. You're going to keep getting hit with the same challenges, the same situations until you get it, until you can release that energy and know that you are meant for so much more. That aspect of you wants to be alive. That aspect of you wants to be in the driver's seat of your life. That aspect of you loves you. Your higher self loves you because it is you. You are soul having a human experience. This is just physical. The ego, E-G-O, also edging God out, is the inner child, is the smaller aspect of you, if you will, right? The conscious mind, the subconscious, and the superconscious mind on a collective level. We are collective. We are really one. We come from source. That makes us connected. When you can truly start understanding that, now you're understanding things in the next level. How you do that? Again, listen, trust, and create your process on how to integrate all of this information. That's how you start connecting to the self. That's when you get the guidance. That's when you know what person to be with, what job to take, what career, what kind of clothes to wear, what kind of language you should learn to speak next. If you should take a cooking class, or if you should be better to yourself, or you should be with this, or do that, or create this, or make that investment, or go do this. See, Spirit is always guiding you towards the best thing for you and for ultimately all of us, because we all affect each other. It is imperative, and I want to stress, it is imperative that you get to this space in your life, because when you are not, that's when we are lost. And every aspect of your life has to be worked on this level. None of us are perfect. Even if you're into personal development like myself, you still have aspects of things about yourself that you have to work on. I've worked through a lot of emotional trauma, but one of the main things I'm working on right now is love, not just for self, but love for others and in relationships. And learning how to trust and deprogram past experiences so I can step into fully being myself and be able to express myself on that level. Because all of us deserve to be in good company, and not only just ourselves, but with each other. When we can learn how to co-create, mastering your divinity, knowing the universal laws, applying them to your life, trusting the connection to the higher self, and stepping into that. That's it. All you have to do is learn how to do that. The rest comes. The information comes. That's what enlightenment is. That is what to walk the path of enlightenment is. It's information. When you live in the dark, you're living in the darkness. You don't know anything. All you know is physicality and what you've been taught. Sorry to tell you guys, there's a lot of information. You're going to have to uninstall and reinstall a new program for who you are wanting to become and what works for you today, not 10 years ago. Because if you're still trying to think and feel and do and create and be who you were 10 years ago, that is not going to work for who you are today, because we should always be evolving. And if you're not, then this is something very special and a very strong message for you to listen to, because this is the importance of life. This is important. This is evolution. This is what this 26,000 year cycle is all about. The new age, the golden age, our ascension, our stepping into the new world. Be the change you want to see in the world. Express yourself. Be the creator of what you want to change in the world and see in the world. You start by the inner world, and then your outer world starts to change. I promise you that. This is something that I experience constantly. And some days are so amazing. The unexpected happens. And since I work on being everyday conscious creator, I amaze myself on the manifestations that I get to come true. It's pretty friggin' amazing. And I want you guys to be in that space too. And know what true happiness is, and blissfulness, and contentment, and true fulfillment. You know? Because when you have that, and you have that connection to spirit, and you know yourself, now you can truly give to the world a genuine part of you, who you really are. This is the goal, and this is who you truly are. You guys need to just wake up to this. This is for all of you guys that ask me, I don't know how to find self. This is it. You guys know this. I am always here in service. I am always here to guide you. I'm a click away. You can DM me. Share these messages, guys. Trust me, we all need to hear these. It's not just you. We need to share, because even if you know someone who's got it, you think all together, there's still something they need to work on, because we're here on this planet. That's what Earth is all about. It's a school. We're learning to evolve our souls to that next level. Let's do this together. I love you guys dearly. I truly do. Remember, I'm always here. I love you again. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.